Culture evolves at the speed of light, just like your financial needs. When it comes to your money, Credit Karma keeps you in the know and ahead of the game. You can count on Credit Karma to keep up with your financial needs as they evolve. We'll help you monitor your progress and give personalized recommendations so you can make strides towards your goals and find your way to money. Make sure you're on the right track, no matter where you are on your financial journey. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to When Reality Hits. This week we have Love is Blind's Natalie Lee.
Hello.
I love you so much.
I love you too. I'm so glad we finally were able to make it work so I could come on this podcast because I've been dying to come on.
I know. Okay, so everybody listening, I've been doing a Bahamas recap with all the girls. Natalie is like the last girl that I've been able to get on. So I do want to talk just a little bit about our girls' trip, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, how much fun was that?
That was so much fun. Like, I don't think people realize how fun it was. I was trying to upload stories onto my Instagram to be like, we're having so much fun, but we're having so much fun that I was like, when you're like not even paying attention to social media.
Oh, yeah.
But we were a funny group.
It was a funny group. And also like getting to know you. You are hilarious. You
Thank you.
Were the comedic relief throughout the entire trip. And it just you just cracked me up the entire time.
Well, it's so crazy because no one thinks I'm funny. Like, I wasn't funny on Love is Blind.
Oh, you're hilarious.
Like, if I feel like there's too much attention, I just kind of shut down.
Oh, wow.
And I pretend I don't speak English. Like, I'm always like, English is my second language. Like,
that is hilarious.
Like, I'll find any excuse to just stop talking and have the attention off of me. So,
oh my gosh, you were cracking me up the entire time that we were there. The boat day and everything, and all the different Instagram things that you were thinking of to do was cracking me up.
Oh my goodness, my husband is somewhere on that boat. I haven't talked to him since.
I was getting ready to ask you. If you're still single. It's not been that long since the Bahamas, but you never know what could happen in between.
Yeah, I mean, you know me. I was trying to marry our boat captain, but he actually really liked Britt. So I was like, okay, well, this is awkward. I was like, I'm just gonna leave now.
We were making jokes that Natalie was going to marry the boat captain and we were going to have him pull in on a jet ski doing tricks. Remember?
Yes, on my wedding day.
On your wedding day.
I was going to be behind him on the jet ski. And I really thought we had a connection. I was like, I think he really likes me because he kept calling me sexy mama. Do you remember that? Yes. And then I think he asked for your number or said you were really pretty. And I was like, wait a minute. I was like, I thought we had some sort of, I don't know, vibe or connection here, but I guess not. So that was kind of a loss for me, but I'm still single.
One second, I'm not choking. Goodness. Sorry about that. Okay.
Oh, that's okay. Okay, I'll restart.
Yeah.
But I'm still single. Not much has changed since our Bahamas trip. But I am dating. I feel like, I'm always keeping my options open if they come.
And can you please tell everyone your type? Because you were cracking me up. You were cracking me up talking about your type of guys that you're into.
Okay, so I have a very distinct type, but my type is if I could really lay down what I want a man who has an Instagram where he has less than 150 followers. Ooh. And he only has 2 photos uploaded and they're from 2007. And yeah, that is my type. I want a man that is mediocre at best. Well, I could really only get mediocre guys. It's not I'm a supermodel here, but I love men who are just mediocre, run of the mill. He's not great at his job, but he's not bad at it. I mean, he's dresses not well, but not bad. I love that. I want a man where he's going to DM a girl on Instagram and she's not even going to respond. That's
that just cracks me up so much because I've never heard somebody say that they want these qualities in a person.
No, I think it's the best quality to have, to be I think mediocreness, if that's a word, is the most attractive thing to me.
Do you think that's because now that you've experienced the reality TV world and seen how social media is and everything else, that's why you would like prefer somebody like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I've been cheated on quite a bit. And when I say quite a bit, only twice, but still, you know, like I feel like after the first time, second time, you're just like, oh, I could probably avoid this if I just dated someone ugly, you know?
You are so funny. You deserve the world. So do not even think that you deserve somebody mediocre, because that is not it.
No, that's what I want. I feel like that's what I want. I deserve someone mediocre. That's what I need. So
you are so hilarious. Okay, so Love is Blind. What season were you on again?
I was on season 2.
Season 2. Okay. Yeah. So had you actually gotten to watch the show before you were on? Because I mean, how close do they like film in between?
Yeah, so season 1 came out and it was a hit, but it came out during the pandemic. And I think once Netflix saw the popularity of it is when they started casting from season 2. But I didn't see the show when I started casting. I think I watched it like right before I started filming. But I had so many friends who loved season 1 and they were like, you have to apply. And then I got a call back and that's kind of how it all happened. But
yeah, I want to know everything. Like, how did that journey go for you, even getting on that show?
Yeah. I mean, casting was a really long process. I think we casted for a year because we were doing it through COVID and there was a lot of pauses. They weren't sure when they were going to start filming. But I mean, I've said this before. I don't think I really believed in the process. Like, I watched the show and I was like, so romantic, like amazing. Like, we all would love to think like love is blind, like you could fall in love sight unseen, but I actually didn't really believe in it until I got there, like on set, and it happened to me and I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I really just went on thinking it's going to be a really cool experience, but I probably won't get engaged, and you know, I'll be on on set like filming just for like a few days and I'll go home. But like, what a cool experience as someone who was just like a corporate working person and didn't have much to do.
You're like, didn't have much to do.
I was like, my life was so boring. Like, let me, like spruce it up a little bit. So, and it just like blew up in my face. So,
oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. So I know that you broke up with Shane. Shane is the person, for those of you who are listening, that she ended up getting engaged to on the show.
Yep.
And you broke up with him at the altar.
Yeah. I said, I don't. I was like, no. I was like, it's a no from me. I didn't say it like that.
What made you get to that? Like, what made you decide to do that?
There was a couple of things. I mean, I spoke about one of the reasons on the show. My dad, I'm very close with my dad. He is like very much a girl's dad. He's so supportive of me. He knows I do like crazy things, but he just always has my back. And I never felt like Shane had my back like my dad. Like, I never felt safe and supportive, or I didn't feel safe and supported like my dad made me feel. So that was like, I think, my biggest reason of saying no. And then I think I just kind of woke up to, like, I was like, what am I doing? Like, could I really get married after 6 weeks of knowing someone? And it just, I don't know, you just kind of like get back to reality once like there's so much pressure on you. So, and you know, obviously other things were happening behind the scenes that weren't shown on the show. Like, we were just very incompatible as people.
So you felt like you were very compatible, obviously, behind the screens. And that's how it worked? Like,
yeah. Like,
good to him. And then when you met him in real life, you're like, I don't know. Is that what happened?
Like, I think that the pods, when you're in the pods, you can be whoever you want. Like, you can lie in there and, you know, there's no one to like fact check you. You could, like, for example, and you see this on the show too, on my season, but you know, I'm having a conversation with Shane and he's like taking his anger out through like hand motions, but I'm not seeing that. So like, I think I'm talking to someone who's like calm, cool, and collected. But you know, on the other side, he's like trying to regulate his emotions through like really aggressive hand gestures and things like that. And I'm just like, I'm not seeing that. So I feel like I'm someone who stays pretty calm in conflict. And I like rarely raise my voice. And I think I have like a pretty good grasp on my emotions. And so I feel like if, yeah, I don't know, you could like hide a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize how incompatible we were. And then also he was telling me things that ended up not being true. Like, so it was just like, I don't know, the more you find out after getting out of those pods, you're like, whoa, like we're not as.
You're on a TV show, bro. People are going to.
I know. That's what I was saying. I was all like, why are people lying in these pods? Like people are going to find out, but it happens more than you think. And,
well, that's kind of the scary because I know it's a whole experiment and I know some people have found love and like it's worked out for them. But that, like on the flip side, you saying that you can't even see like hand motions and gestures and aggressive behavior, like, does that really mean that love is blind? You know?
I always say like people who found love on that show, yes, love was blind for them, but they also got really lucky. Like they found someone that was like really truthful and like very vulnerable in those pods. And, you know, they kind of found their perfect match personality wise. And also when they saw each other, they also found like kind of, you know, like their physical matches too. And so I think it really worked out for those couples, but obviously it did not for me.
Okay, so the seeing each other for the first time, that has to bring up so much anxiety. So like that has to be like so nerve wracking for you. What was that experience?
It is so bad.
Yeah, what was it like for you?
Okay, it's so crazy because Shane is tall, blonde hair. He's pretty built. Like, and in my mind, when I was talking to him, I thought he would be like kind of lanky and like, I don't know, like just like different looking. So I was just like, oh my gosh. Like when the doors open, you're like, you're trying to, I don't know, just
because you don't
voice to the body and it's really tough.
You're not allowed to like say what you look like or anything, or can you? Is there rules for that kind of thing?
You can, but people try not to because we don't know, like they don't explicitly say like you could talk about it, but because we know the entire experiment is about falling in love sight unseen,
right?
Like people tend not to. But like I would get questions a lot about like, who's your celebrity lookalike? Like there's ways where they try to like figure out what you look like, or they'll say like, how many times a week do you work out? Are you careful about your diet? Like you could see they're trying to get a sense of like, what's your body type? So that's definitely, those types of conversations happen. And Shane knew I was Asian too. Like we were able to talk about our ethnicity and race. Obviously I said my last name is Lee and I talked about, you know, like my childhood. And so he was like, oh, you're an Asian woman. But yeah, when I saw him on reveal day, I was not expecting him to look the way he looked. And I think vice versa. Like, and we talked about it afterward. I don't think we were happy with like each other's physical appearance. But then, you know, it wasn't a full deal breaker.
Yeah.
You know, I was like,
that's just such a wild experiment that you went through. If you ask, if like whenever I watch that show, I'm like, this is like something brand new, but it's very interesting to watch, and it's a great show. Everybody definitely loves it. I mean, I think it just like took off, didn't it? Like on Netflix, it was like
and it's just such a weird concept that I think that's why it's so popular, because people are like, I don't know, it's like what a weird thing to do is like date blindly. But I mean, if there's one show that I could do, I obviously I did Love Is Blind, but it could only be that show. Like I would not thrive anywhere else. And wait, I didn't even thrive on that show either. Like if anything, I was a mess. So
yes, you did. You made it to the altar and you said no, no, no.
Can you imagine me on the Valley though? I'd be like, they'd be like, who is that girl in the background there?
I can't imagine you on the Valley because you are so much fun and we need that. We need all
my goodness. Fun. No, I couldn't.
So do you ever speak to Shane? Like, do you guys have any communication going on or anything like that?
No, I haven't talked to him for 2 years.
Wow.
Like after the show came out, we had a big falling out and we tried to stay cordial when the show was premiering, but then after the show finished, after the last episode came out, we we haven't talked since.
Okay.
Which is for the best.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Whatever you want. Like, obviously you said no, and there's no reason for you guys to continue on talking after that, you know?
Yeah. It's like one of those things where it's like, I'm sure if I ever see him, I would be cordial, but I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't need you in my life and vice versa. And, you know, we're both moving on or have moved on.
Yeah, that's great. But also Shane was on Perfect Match. Why were you not on it? That could have been so interesting for you guys both to show up and be on that show.
Oh, yeah. I was actually casting for it and I initially said no. And I'm kind of glad I did. I couldn't imagine doing like a round 2 on reality TV with him. I just feel like it would be a huge mess. We just had so much. I don't want to say so much history. Just so much had happened in our relationship because we dated after the show. We dated after Love is Blind.
Oh,
so there was just like a lot there.
You said no at the altar, but you guys continued dating.
Yeah. I'm a weak woman. I went back.
For how long did you guys date after the show ended?
We dated for, I think, 5 or 6 months.
Oh, wow.
And then I'm not going to lie, when the show was premiering, we kind of were like, privately, we're like, you know, exploring something. Like, we're like, should we see if we should start again? And then I think what happened was, well, he went to go film Perfect Match after our season had come out. But also, like, we were in a weird place where he was trying to defend himself a lot in the media. But as part of that, he was talking negatively about me. And so I was like, what are we doing? Like, we're trying to make it work, but like, you're also speaking so negatively about me. I was like, let's just cut it. So it was a very interesting time, but I don't think I also could ever do Perfect Match. Like, I considered it because they also asked me for season 2. But looking at that cast, first of all, no mediocre men. Everyone's like hot. I was like, no one's my type there. And secondly, I know that I don't know. I mean, like, I'm a one-piece bikini type of girl. I like a full butt coverage, you know? And I was like,
Me too.
I was like, if I could wear a long sleeve, long pant bikini, like, I would. So that's why I feel like I just don't fit there.
You are so fun. Okay, but you are tiny and you look great. So, but
you know, when you're just like, I just can't. Like, I can't show my butt cheeks, you know, just.
I don't care so much about my butt cheeks, but I'm a one-piecer. After having I'm just like one piece for life.
I mean, I don't have kids, but like one piece forever. So
you're like, I get it. Oh my gosh. So, okay. He was talking about you a lot on that show.
I know. I was surprised because I ended up watching it maybe like several months later because Deepti and I launched our podcast where we recap Netflix reality TV shows. So I was like, let me just see it and see if we want to recap it. And I was like, why is he mentioning my name so much? I was like, just like, go stop. I was like, leave me alone.
Oh my gosh. Was there anything that he said that like upset you or, you know, really got to you whenever you saw it?
I mean, no. I think like mostly it was just that he still had feelings or that he was really heartbroken. But I kind of got it. So that season of Perfect Match came out. Did you
break his heart?
Am I a heartbraker?
Are you a heartbreaker? I mean, no.
Yeah, I guess. I was like, wow, you were really heartbroken there. But I kind of got it because that season actually came out, I think like 8 or 9 months after they filmed, or maybe it was a year after they filmed, like something so crazy. But at the time, like him and I were still talking. Like he was texting me during the filming of Perfect Match season 1. So I was like, I kind of get it, like why he said the things he did because we were still in this weird place. Mm-hmm. But it's weird watching it because I'm like, I don't know, like, don't mention my name. I'm not there.
You can't like defend yourself. It's not like you have like an interview bite where you can be like, this is, you know, whatever. You can't, you're not there.
Yeah, exactly.
But hey, it probably feels good to know that you're still on somebody's mind.
Well, I hope I'm not anymore. I'm like, I hope that.
How much time has passed since you guys like actually broke up? It's been a couple.
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
Yeah. Okay.
I think the last time I talked to him was maybe April or May 2022. So it's been a long time now.
Well.
Yeah.
Well.
So Hopefully he's over it.
Now you can go out and find you somebody that's your type.
I know. I was like, I need any mediocre men out there.
Any mediocre men listening.
Yeah.
Natalie on Instagram.
DM me.
Jump in the DMs. That would be great. Okay, so there were a lot of rumors. I'm like laughing about this because there were a lot of rumors that you were dating Blake Moynes from the Bachelor. What do you have to say about that?
We went on a turtles trip to the Caribbean. And that's where those rumors came from. He also came on our podcast and we were just kind of being silly with it. Like we were talking about how we have a marriage pact. So it's like if we're still single, if we're still single at age 35, like we would get married. But people took it so seriously. I was like, it's just a joke.
Yeah.
You know how you have like marriage pacts with like, I don't know, like your childhood friends. It was like that. Like we were just being really desperate, okay? Like and funny, but people were like, oh my gosh, what losers. It was.
I need to hear about this turtle trip. Because you're like, we just went on a turtle trip.
Yeah, thanks to Lori KPR.
Yeah, that's how we met each other too.
Yeah. She introduced Blake and I, but he was looking for people to go on these animal conservation trips with him. And he's like, hey, I think that you would be a good fit for this because you really like turtles, or so I've heard. And I don't know, he's like, you have a platform, so let's go save some turtles together. And yeah, that's kind of what happened. And it was really tough. I was scrubbing some turtle shells a lot, like from big turtles. And I could tell they just like really disliked me. Like I think that animals just got like bad vibes from me. So
why do you think they didn't like you? Were they like calm with other people and then
like they were really calm, and then like I'll come scrub and I feel like they know like I'm gonna do a bad job or something, and they would like start like scrambling and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't. It's like I just feel like I wasn't meant to be in animal conservation. I support it, but I was like, I feel like I can't be like directly like in the work.
Yeah, Blake's always posting all the stuff, and I think he had, I forget what animal it was, like elephant or something that he was helping, and I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. And he was like, you and Jax should come out for one of these one time. And I was like, Jax freaked out being in my chicken coop on my farm. I was like,
I forgot you have a chicken coop.
I'm like, I like definitely don't see Jax helping elephants or anything like that. Like I'm down.
Yeah.
But Jax is scared of everything. I mean, we took a bullfrog out of the pond and he about like lost his shit. So,
no way, in Kentucky?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's not like the best with animals at all.
Okay, wait, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
When you had the chicken coop, like, did you go every day to get eggs, like get freshly laid eggs?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, my dad, my mom, at my mom's farm, they used to have chickens. They don't have them anymore, and it's awful. Either foxes or coyotes or raccoons or something came in and like literally slaughtered them all. They went down to the chicken coop and every single chicken was dead. We had one chicken left and we named him Lucky, and we had him for a while. But my dad has chickens. My parents are divorced, so my dad also has chickens, and my stepmom. And every single day you have all these eggs, and like my stepmom loves her chickens. It's so fun. I actually love the chickens too, so much to the point where I was looking at chicken coops, white and black, to match my house. I could have chickens in LA.
Can you imagine a designer chicken coop?
Oh, it was full on match my farmhouse style. It was white with like black shutters, and I still might get it one day. I really think it's important for kids, because like how I grew up was so much fun, and I was out doing chores on the farm and helping my papa set tobacco and like just doing like all these different things. And when Cruz gets a little bit older, I might get a couple chickens, and like that'll be like his chore to like go
take care of some chickens.
Yeah, that'll be like part of his chores. Like
that'd be kind of cool.
Want a little bit of Kentucky a lot of Kentucky to still be in Cruz's life.
Yeah, that's really nice. That'd be really cool.
And there's these really cute chickens too that are like fluffy. What are they called?
There's different types of chickens?
Oh, there's a lot of different types of chickens, girl. Some lay white eggs, blue eggs, tan eggs, speckled eggs, like all different types. There's Americanas, there's all these different ones, but there's these certain ones that have like a lot of like fur coming out of their head, and they're just like absolutely adorable. I can't think of what they're called for nothing, but I want the fancy chickens.
I had no ideas. I grew up in Chicago. I was born and raised in Chicago, so I'm like, I didn't know there's different types of chickens. They all look the same to me.
Trust me, I'm gonna text you a photo of you when we get off of here, and you're gonna be like, "That's the cutest chicken I've ever seen in my life."
Okay, I can't wait.
I can't think of what they're called, but anywho, they are just so cute. Okay, so at the end of the day, you and Blake are not dating.
No, we are not dating. He is not a mediocre man. He's not mediocre enough for me. He does too much, like he wants to save the planet and the animals. He's good looking. I'm like, no, too much. I was like, I need someone less.
Okay, so speaking of all this, your type and everything, if you had a celebrity crush, who would it be?
Oh, I feel bad because I don't want to like say someone and everyone's like, is he mediocre? I'm not gonna lie, I've had a crush on Michael B. Jordan for a really long time, and he is not a mediocre man. He is a very good looking man, but he is definitely my celebrity crush.
He's on my list too.
Oh, he is?
Yes.
I feel like if he was here in person, he would choose you like that boat captain chose you.
Oh, whatever.
That hurt my ego so bad.
You're like, the boat captain wants Brittany.
And you're like, what?
Yeah, I'm like, it's probably because I sat beside him the whole way that we were driving there and back. Remember?
I know. I was like, Brittany's such a cock block. I remember saying that when we went to the pool afterward. I was like, oh.
That is so funny. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan is fine. I actually, whenever I first moved to LA, I wasn't making nothing on Vanderpump Rules, so I was still doing like all these other jobs, and I worked for a catering company. So we went to Coachella. I was a VIP girl for Coachella. Well, I forget what the name of the party is, the big party that they have in the beginning. But I had Michael B. Jordan at my table. And it was
you're kidding.
Right whenever I moved to LA, and I was like, gosh, he is so hot. He was kind of flirty with me, but I was like so in love with Jax, I wouldn't even like flirt back. I'm like, God, I was so stupid.
I know. I would have left Jax or Michael B. Jordan in 0.5 seconds.
Okay, it wasn't like there was like leaving anybody or doing it, but he was just a little flirty. Like, he was just very nice and just kind of easy to talk to, and definitely beautiful.
Oh yeah, I've seen his interviews, and you could tell he's just like a very kind person, and I'm just like, oh yeah. I mean, I love him. So
so I co-sign with that celebrity crush. Okay, I know you said that you wouldn't really ever be on another reality TV, but I like to ask my people who've been on reality TV shows this question: if you could be on any other reality TV show, what would it be and why? And you have to pick one.
Okay. I feel like most people say like The Traitors or some of the challenge shows. I think I would be on Real Housewives.
Yes.
I feel like when I become older and I like lose my filter and I want to like flip tables and stuff, I would join that show. Because if you're going to flip tables and be a little mean and filterless, like, why would I do it in private? I'd rather get paid and be on TV and do it, Yeah. So
that's hilarious. So
Andy, call me if there's a Real Housewives of Chicago. Here I come.
Charity said the same thing. She wants to be on Housewives of Atlanta because she lives in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah. She'd be a good fit there. But here's the thing. I could never join that show because, I mean, knowing me, I'll marry a mediocre man. We'll make a mediocre salary together, and I will never be rich enough to join that show. So it's just a faraway dream. Oh,
my gosh. I absolutely love you. All right. What is your favorite thing about a girl's trip?
Okay, my favorite thing. Definitely the boat.
Yes.
And it was your idea too. And it was the best idea. Definitely the boat. I really loved just hanging by the pool with all women. Like, I was talking to Serena and Abigail about this, but the best part about girls trip is you don't have to like wear makeup or like look good for anyone. You're just with like a bunch of women. So you're like, whatever. Like,
I
could,
still was
fart.
trying to look hot, girl. I wore a thong underneath a dress and like that was a little see-through, and I was like, ooh, feeling myself.
Okay, but you know what I loved about that outfit of yours is like that outfit is for the girls. Like, you know when you dress for the girls, not the men? And I love that. Like, I was like, the entire trip, I was like, I'm dressing for women right now.
Yes.
Like, I don't care what like other men think.
But also, we didn't see any hot men there.
Oh, that's true.
I was trying. I was like, every time I was like, you guys see any hot guys? Every single day.
I was same. I was like, do you see any just men in general? I was like, where are they?
Oh my gosh. That was so funny. But still, the Bahamar, that's what it called? Bahamar.
Yeah, Bahamar.
That was just a beautiful place. And like, I want to go back tomorrow.
Oh, next year, I cannot wait. I know we probably won't go back there and choose somewhere else, but we're
doing it again though.
Yeah, I was like, we're doing it. But yeah, it was beautiful. It was so nice. But I think what really made the trip is the fact that we were with a bunch of women.
Yes.
And we got so close too. And I think that's what made it so much fun.
And you know, if you come to LA, you better let me know. And I'm taking you out,
100%.
taking you everywhere. You're coming to the bar, you're coming to Jax's, all the things. I know you're on a time crunch, but I just have a couple more questions for you. I asked everybody on the girls' trip a Marry F Kill question.
Oh, okay.
And this one is for you. Shane, Blake Moynes, or Harry Jowsey?
Oh, well, okay, this is kind of easy. Okay, so marry Blake Moynes.
Okay.
I mean, we already have a marriage pact. Yeah. Blake told me after that interview, he's like, we don't have a marriage pact anymore. Like, consider it gone. Marry Blake Moynes. Ooh, the Harry and Shane one is really tough because I don't like either of them. I feel like I would F Shane just because, like, I already have, you know?
Yeah, I was going to say, because you already been there, done that.
I was like, I don't need to add another name to my roster. Like, just...
I love it. And
then, you know, unfortunately eliminate Harry. But I feel like those are interchangeable. Shane and Harry in those spaces. So
they're interchangeable. All right. I got a couple questions from fans.
Okay.
This is from Danny Kajo 14. What do you do daily to find peace in your hectic life?
That is such a nice question.
Yeah.
I was expecting something like, what was the matter with like you or Shane or on the show? What do I do to find peace in my daily life?
Yeah.
I read this daily motivational book called Journey to the Heart. And so I do that every day to just set my day. And I also work out quite a bit. And nothing hard. Like, I will just do something like really easy on my body, but it allows me to like release any like, I don't know, like frustrations or any bad energy, I feel like. So I think I just definitely do those two. And I think I could just say, like, I just take time for myself. Like, I feel like in the past I used to go really fast in life. Like, I just was in this mode to like do. And now I'm like, okay, like I don't have to do everything or anything, and I could take breaks. Like, I just give myself a lot of grace.
Yeah, it's very important to take care of yourself. I'm learning that through what I'm going through right now. My life is crazy. The separation is crazy, but I'm really trying to focus on myself more, because as a mom and a wife to Jax Taylor, you know, I've always just put them first. And of course, Bruce is always going to come first, but I'm like really trying to focus more on doing things for myself as well. So that's great. That's great advice. All right. From Life of Katia, I asked all the girls this too that were on the trip. What is your favorite resort drink?
A pina colada.
Yeah.
I think I had 5 every day when we were at the resort.
What about your captain that made you those Bahama Mamas?
I'm pretty sure those were made with poison. I was farting so much after drinking just one of them. I was like, what is in here?
Remember how that they got Charity lit on the boat? Yes. I was cracking up. Okay, I've got one more question for you before I let you go. This one's a little bit of a gossipy one. Okay.
Woo.
This is from the little dude calls me mama, I think is what the whole thing is. Yeah, calls me mama. Who should have never gotten together on the show?
Wow. Shane and I. What do you mean? That's not a gossipy one, I feel like. We should have never. Actually, can I just tell you a little fun fact?
Yes, please.
When Shane and I got engaged and we saw each other, one of our producers told both of us that we were at the end of like the compatibility spectrum. So we were total opposites. Like, and they're like, we don't know how you guys ended up together, but it was not meant to happen because when we're casted for the
yeah, I was gonna say, do they do like little tests and things?
Yeah, so we take like multiple compatibility quizzes and tests and questionnaires, along with like obviously the psych eval that also kind of goes into like compatibility. And what they try to do is when they cast you, like everyone has 3 to 4 compatibility matches in the pods. So that's why you'll see like some of the women are kind of similar in personality and some of the men are kind of similar in personality. And also the way that they physically look is because we have like physical and emotional compatible matches. Like everyone has like 3 or 4. And so I think that we're like put on some sort of spectrum. Like I don't know how they do it on the back end, but what we're told is like, you guys were not supposed to end up together. Like,
wow, that's
you guys
interesting.
were complete opposites. Like we don't know how it happened, but so
it happened. And you're like, well, makes sense. Your compatibility test was correct.
I was like, yeah, I don't know how we even got together in the first place. But I'd say me and Shane for sure. Well, the 2 couples who got married on our season divorced a year after. And I feel like, I feel like everyone just wasn't meant to be. I think like looking back, like a lot of us took chances on our relationships, and I don't think that they were good decisions.
Well, I know that you're going to find your mediocre man, and you're going to be so happy.
You'll come to my mediocre wedding.
Well, you better invite me because I am there, and we're going to ride in on jet skis, and it's going to be amazing.
You could call the boat captain.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll finally be like, oh my God, I missed my opportunity. So.
And then you're going to have to second guess on your wedding.
Yeah. I hope he objects at the wedding.
Oh my gosh. I love you. Thank you so much for coming on When Reality Hits. You have been absolutely amazing, and you just made me smile. I got a lot going on right now. So being able to talk to you and making me laugh has just been great.
No, well, thank you for having me. And I love you too. And honestly, you are literally like a ray of sunshine. So I'm so glad you asked me to be on this podcast, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much. And for everyone who's listening, if you're in LA, I'm hosting another Bachelor Monday night at Jax's Studio City, and Tom Schwartz is going to host with me. So come see us, and I'm going to have a lot of special surprise guests that are going to be there Monday. So if you're listening, please come by and see us. All right, everybody, we have a surprise special guest that has joined me now, and it is Tom Schwartz, who's becoming a regular on the podcast, by the way.
I know. I was just in the neighborhood. I was like, I'll pop in and say hi. Hi, Cruzy.
Say hi. We got Cruzy with us.
He just had a delicious popsicle.
Yep, he's got chocolate all over his face.
He's living the dream. At least my dream.
So Schwartz is going to be hosting with me on Monday night at Jax's for the Bachelorette night.
That's right.
Hey, do you watch the Bachelorette?
Fresh off a trip from Canada, I'll be just getting in.
Yeah.
I'm going to come straight to you guys. I'm going to hold it down. I've watched the first episode. I'm 2 episodes behind, so I've only seen this episode 3. I've
only seen the ones like while I'm actually at the bar.
Yeah,
it's so hard to watch whenever you're at the bar, though.
I know. I'm invested though. I don't like the little toxic machismo going on between Devin and the other guy. What's his face? Jonathan?
I don't even know.
You know what I'm talking about?
It's been hard to like actually zone in on it because I'm always talking to people and doing things. But Schwartz is going to be there with me so we can have fun. And we have a lot of special guests that will be there as well, surprising people and coming in to watch The Bachelorette with us. I need to know, though, how was the crawl? Because I know last episode on When Reality Hits, you and Jax were talking all about the crawl. So how did it go?
So good. Can I just hype up the crowd for both crawls? But this one was a little more intimate. We had 32 people, I think, and we got a smaller bus. We had a way better sound system. Stripper pole. Not that it was just utilized. But it just was, it felt more, both were incredible in their own ways, but I liked having a party bus. We had a proper party bus. and everything went off without a hitch.
Good.
It was so fun. We had such a good, strong sense of camaraderie. Am I supposed to look at you?
It doesn't matter.
Hi. Is this audio only?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but we had such a great sense of camaraderie, and like we were all. It was perfect.
Good.
By the way, we're on hiatus, but we're gonna do another one for Halloween.
Oh, for Halloween. That would be fun.
Crawl, Sir Tom.
Yes.
Jax's.
Maybe I'll have to actually come on that
Please,
one.
yes.
I was going to try to pop by, but I was so exhausted. There's just so much going on right
No
now. And it's just like, woo.
No, I appreciate you even considering it because, at the tail end, we're a little sloppy. Although we're practicing moderation. We're taking our water bombs.
Kristen showed up, right?
She did.
And
showed up.
And Luke was there.
Yeah, Luke helped us out. We had such a good time. We sang our hearts out.
Oh, I love
I
that.
think I set a world record for myself in karaoke. I think I sang 5 songs at one time.
At Jax's?
Yes.
Yeah.
People kept handing me the mic. Everyone was a little gun shy, karaoke shy. So I was like, I'll sing.
I'm karaoke shy. Can you believe it?
But I've seen you when you're in your rhythm every once in a while.
Yeah, but I just I'm too embarrassed to get on the microphone and actually sing a karaoke song.
I hit that sweet spot where you're buzzed, but you're not drunk.
Yeah.
And you just like say la vie, anything goes, no inhibitions.
You're like, I could do this.
Yeah, exactly.
Cruz is bringing me toys. What's your go-to karaoke song?
Okay, I like to sing NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Johnny Cash. I like to sing Four Non-Blondes. I can do a little Alanis Morissette. Maybe some Elvis. If I have to, if I can get down there deep in my... Well, here's a little song. There's a place in Lonesome Town to cry your troubles away.
I love it.
I can't get down there right now. And they call it. I can't get past it.
You sound a little hoarse.
I need some Jack Daniels. But anyways,
hey, that was great.
I had such a good time. Thank you for everyone who came on the crawl. It was honestly one of the best nights of the year. So.
Oh, well, I love that.
Great. I'll see you Monday.
Yes.
Okay, we'll hold it down.
Everybody come see us on Monday. And thanks, Tom, for stopping in. Like I said, you're becoming a podcast regular on When Reality Hits. But I love you so much.
I love you.
And everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of When Reality Hits. Woo.